This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Seems like an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Megin.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
I probably did say that we're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
I probably shouldn't have taken that on. We got way too much stuff on our plate still.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
I'm regretting taking that on right now. We got so much stuff to do. But this man was calling to us, so he might have something new to say.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
There's going to be an investigation. The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it. Let's just go with there's an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
No need for you to do anything. Don't worry, the police are looking into it. The last thing we need is more civilians involved. I don't really know. Just go with the first one.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
That didn't really go anywhere. What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Cool. Why Tommy Lehome?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Is it? I mean...
It's more him.
Fair. Well, I have another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
I forgot about this check. I mean, we got a high chance of hitting it, so why not? What do I see in his eyes?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land.
Where does it lead?
Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines.
Further.
To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches.
What's beyond it?
You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
Oh, that's him actually asking him. I get a longing. I felt something similar since I woke up.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Deora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream
can
up
see
these
that.
silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I miss someone, but I don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Well, I guess that's bye for now. That didn't hit us with much. So I guess we'll keep searching for stuff, keep checking things off our list until we can get into that Feld building.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Fair.
But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead.
For what?
For getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. And the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Well, now can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organiser.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though.
The
And he's
slight
often
roast.
psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
Yeah, okay, so.
Yes. Anyway.
I don't need to ask this, but they're making me. Is he your boyfriend?
Yes.
Tell me about the
Who
others.
do you want to know about?
Noid, I guess?
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What's this about, pilgrimage?
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be? Wait, what?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't been down to Boogie Street.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I just might do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah. I hope you do.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yeah,
He's
sure.
a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
I guess that's why he was admiring the church's architecture. What kind of mindset is
He
that?
abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her, and she lets on.
There has to be. I mean, I don't know. I feel it too. It's just a matter of what is it. Actually, tell me about the
Who do
others.
you want to know about?
I guess Egg.
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing with Yells? Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys?
Actually, we don't know where he's from. Or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City. Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning. All night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah. It was in Coal City.
I don't know. Egghead is
Egg
crazy.
came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way.
Y'all
We
were
never
walking
really
for
asked why
2
he came
days?
with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
Jermaine Cole. Jermaine Cole. Anyway.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there.
Alright.
Who do you want to know about?
Actually, do tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself.
I'm a silver bird.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
There's more to you than you let on. What am I not seeing?
All right. There is.
I'm not gonna force this girl to answer just random questions. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Alright.
Sure.
I'm not gonna assert my dominance and be weird about it.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Alright, Kim. Peace.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
That's a rough one to make. Hold on.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
That's so rough. So I take it that's your skiff.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
I wonder if this will lower or raise.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I wasn't feeling it.
Wasn't feeling it? That calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
Are you suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
I don't think they have funerals for motor carriages. What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
All right, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
This is going surprisingly well for a crazy conversation. But
Take
let's
it
roll
from
with
someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the Doom commercial area or what? It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the Doom commercial area or... Let's focus on things we can actually do, all right?
Absolutely.
That
Things
didn't
like
buff
what,
it.
for example?
We can try it, but that didn't boost it at all.
You think she really needs more of that after a man died at sea?
But what do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
Oh, well, yeah. I didn't know what he was referring to. I'm listening.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I'm a drunk. Don't know if you've noticed, so I usually ask people to drink with me.
I have, and I don't really.
This time, I thought I'd ask you for a walk.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
Mammy busted out the most extravagant way to say walk. I am. That's why you should definitely agree. Yes, it is. Is that a yes, ma'am? Is the walk happening? I'm gonna go with number one.
Where would this walk take us, officer?
There's a nice view on the beach I found. Point northwest. Land's End.
All right. I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
Just a good old-fashioned walk. I like it.
Me too. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys. All right, I'll go put the kids to bed and we'll meet at Land's End in 15 minutes.
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
No, snap. This is more serious than I was expecting it to be. Meet her at Land's End. Okay. Step one. What clothes do we have? What is this? That's a dress shirt, so that's fine. What does this look like? This is a little bit too extravagant. Wait, let me see. I don't like that. Let's go back. Where did it go? Thank you. What are these? Regular black jeans. We got dress pants. We do not. I guess we gotta stick with the black. I think that's the best we got, to be honest. Ah, man. What are these? I feel like that's the best we got. Yeah, we're just gonna have to roll with it. Is this it? It is. Okay, we found it. I was like, please don't stand her up on accident.
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are. It's late and the sun is going down. It'll be dark soon. If we stay here long enough, we will be joined by a cortege of drunks and teenagers. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
I'd be like, man, I didn't know that. This is my first time here.
Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water, and with the water itself. Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
You seem surprised that I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
I'm trying to get him sober, so he's fine. He's fine. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
The world? Those big words men like to throw around as though they had weight. Let's just admire this piece of the world we happen to have in front of us, eh?
As she turns to face the sun, reflected in the waves, and the skyscrapers rising across the bay, you cannot help following her steady gaze. The remains of the dying sun are reflected in the waves, and the skyscrapers rising across the bay. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun
also
falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds. Or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
All right, brain. Was her boat named the Sun?
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skewers.
It's hard to tell
Grit of the sand and the green glint of
how
broken
things
bottles.
will go / how things will be
Still
interpreted.
your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their fading opulence.
Because I don't want to make the whole desert comment. And then she's like, all right, sir, you just ruined my thing. You know what I mean?
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
Well, something's got to be on our side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Oh, we don't got the power for that, and it will just sound stupid. There's an interesting lilt in your voice.
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
You have fish hooks in your ears, ma'am.
These aren't real fish hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me. I kept them.
How many drunks do you have in your life, man?
She's right. They're made mostly of plastic. A cheap novelty gift you can buy from a flower shop or a kiosk. The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
I can't make that. Don't you want to go visit La Delta?
It's enough that my fish goes there. 50 real a piece they ask for spring cod.
Out on the terrace of La Fru de Fond, a hip business lunch spot in downtown La Delta, glasses clink over a spread of oysters. Someone can't decide what to eat. Someone recommends a ceviche. Someone shields her eyes, trying to see across the bay.
That's a weird question to ask. Man, I want to ask these this, but I mean, you know what? May as well try.
Say what? Something interesting? Impossible.
Man, all right. That something was very pretty. Please, this is
She
important.
turns her head, and the plastic fish hooks rattle in her ears. Nothing shear-worthy, take relax. This was still good.
Okay. That sun thing is very pretty. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to add.
Thank you. Out there on the other planet, the sea,
I
you
wanted
start
to
seeing
add something.
things in a strange light. I'm glad I got to share it. You know, the wind's going to pick up soon, and I have to go, but have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
Are you sure you don't need the sword?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
Think we could do this again sometime?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
Tragedy.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
Well, thank you for coming on this walk with me.
Farewell.
Y'all could have had something. If you weren't trash, you could have had something. But maybe if he wasn't trash, he would have already had something.
As she walks off, the wind picks up, and the light from the sun seems to fade. The crumbling silhouette of failed electrical R&D towers in the distance, beckoning.
It really is pushing us there. Well, I think with that, we'll let this episode go. They went on a walk, I guess, where they didn't walk at all, but they had a good time, and that's all that matters. So we'll come back on the next time and try that check at the failed building and see if we get it.